So the finale, they do Nadeem,
Yes, yeah.
and Mike.
Mm-hmm.
They did a split or steal.
Yeah,
So it was
I know.
£10,000 to their charity, and they both won. So they did a split or steal. And I kind of thought to myself, there's really no point
Steal
in this.
from charity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
what the hell?
Yeah.
And you'd be the most hated person in the world if you did steal.
Yeah. So I thought that one was kind of pointless. If it was to each other,
Yeah.
if the money was to themselves, that would have been worth it.
I think because the points just got added and they were stuck, like suddenly they came out that they were both on the same points. It was like, what do we do kind of thing.
You know,
So they had to do something.
I think I stole that.
Oh my God.
but you're taking $5,000 away from charity.
I'll give it back after the show.
You just done it for.
Banter, imagine that. Imagine that.
Nah,
that was so jokes,
But
though.
the thing
is-
just crumbled.
You just say after like, oh, it's banter, but like, imagine it being put in a situation where they obviously make you want to say like, oh, I'm gonna split. But imagine if you steal. It's so funny. Like,
It
obviously,
would
obviously,
be,
obviously,
but-
I'm saying this, guys, who's listening, I would still donate to charity very quickly.
Yeah.
But like, imagine the shock factor being like,
Just like
steal.
for entertainment purposes.
Yeah,
But the issue with that is if you put steal, there is actually a chance that none of the money goes to charity. Because if you steal and you steal,
True.
no
Yeah.
one gets the money.
Pay my own
It
money.
goes
Then,
to, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But
worth it.
Got money.
why not just do both?
Yeah. Oh, true.
I remember I was
Exactly.
sat behind Mike's when he
You're
was
right. I'm sorry,
doing
guys,
it.
but it'd be funny, right?
It would be funny. I mean,
It would be funny, but we
JJ
entertained
did
JJ
a
did
bit.
it, yeah.
JJ
I
did it a bit.
always watch Love Island. I'm like, please
Do
steal.
something, yeah.
Please.
The issue is you let the people
Oh,
get
yeah, they do
too
that on
friendly.
Love Island.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to win Love Island, you're
Yeah.
going to be a solid couple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not going to steal.
Exactly.
Of course not.
So you
Oh,
need
yeah,
to
of
do it.
course.
Unless you start with the intention, then you're gonna break a heart, though, innit? It's horrible. Then
They should ask the people at the start of Love Island.
Yeah, they should.
Oh,
Do you want to steal or split? If you
that
make
would
it
be
to the
so
win?
good.
Yeah, then they have to stick with the answer.
There we are. Love
Yeah.
Island, if you're watching. They need something more.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but I remember I was watching Mike's pick up the cards like this. Bless his soul. He did this and then he went, I was like, he's going to put the wrong one up.
Oh, yeah.
He is. I was like, oh my God. And I was so happy when he was like, yeah.
Yeah.
It was
Imagine.
hard. Like,
Easily done.
And everyone goes,
oh my God.
no!
Yeah,
no!
yeah.
It's done now. Imagine. Oh my God.
Well, speaking of Mike, you had a little date with him.
Me and Mike. It's been a while. Yeah, no.
I couldn't tell what that was.
Neither could I.
'Cause it
Nobody in the
was-
house could.
They kind of set it up as a date. They obviously show in the episodes him complimenting you a few times.
It
But
was
then-
just nice ass every time I walked past.
yeah, there was a lot. There was a lot of nice
Lot of
ass.
that. Nice ass. Oh. And I could just hear it anywhere I walked.
Well, he says in one of the first episodes, he goes like, "Oh, I quite like Becky."
Yeah, straight away. Because they asked you when you went in.
They asked everyone. I was like, why are you so
Yeah.
upfront about it? Like, let them breathe. Like, oh, hi, what's your name? Who do you love? Fucking hell.
Straight away. they
hell?
said that they were like, the chemistry between you and Mike's. And I was like, wait, what? I was like, have I spoke? Oh, yeah, I did speak to him. Yeah.
Oh, man.
I think that's
What the
their
fuck?
dream, though, is to get a
To get someone.
get a couple.
Well, we saw the condoms as soon as you walked in. And I was like, oh my God. No alcohol, but
Who's doing
condoms.
that?
Who
Sure. Yeah, I
don't
imagine?
know.
I looked at it and I went, is this how it's gonna go? Like, is someone gonna what?
Yeah, I want to back out. Is there a...
It's the
Do
taxi
you think it was
for
about
one.
to be like a party house kind of thing?
I
You see
did. I
them-
was like, well, my first thought was, okay, there must be pints here then,
Yeah,
if they've got
yeah.
that. But there wasn't.
Imagine if you didn't know who the people were going to be and you saw that. I'm
Yeah.
very worried.
Oh my God, yeah.
Who else said yes?
Yeah.
God.
Oh God. Oh my, yeah, it would be. You are right. Oh my God. Yeah, no, it was wild. It was wild.
Was there anything off camera that we didn't see that you can talk about?
Yeah, that's sure true. There was a lot of, let me think. I did a video on this today, so I'm thinking. What
It's out.
Is it out?
No, it's out tomorrow.
Well, it'll be out by the time this podcast is out, so everyone go check that out
Go check
over on
it.
Becky's channel.
Go and check that out.
God, you're such YouTubers. Is it out? Is it out?
Go
check it out,
Yeah,
yeah.
watch it, man.
Okay, so there was a lot of, like I said, conversations in the night, which were, it just got so deep, like, and like so like sexual. It was awful. And then there was a few arguments. I didn't get in any arguments, thank God.
You did. You just lied to us.
Yeah, I'm such a sweet
Everyone
innocent
loved
girl.
me.
Yeah, and then we get someone on next week.
Yeah, that Becky
was-
bitch. No, it was mad, and like I said, I told you this earlier, but we had alcohol on the last night.
Yeah.
I honestly, that was probably the most emotional I felt was when I opened that box. You don't
I
realise
missed you
after so
much.
long. And in that like situation, you kind of feel like you need a drink.
What
'Cause it's
alcohol
like,
did you have?
what did I have?
Yeah.
They had everything. Champagne, they had wine, they had loads of like bottles of beer.
Did they have Guinness?
They didn't have Guinness.
Peroni?
I'll be honest. No, they didn't have Peroni. They had
Claire?
Cobra, which is interesting.
Cobra's decent.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Poor E-Man had a few. And whose fault is that? Like, I literally the whole night was like,
Oh god.
I'm really surprised they didn't. I mean, I guess they.
they didn't show it. I think it's just
Yeah.
because they were like, have a good night at the end. Like,
True. Yeah. Maybe it's like.
But I think they could have.
Night or something.
They could have made like a really like if they made you all play a drinking game or something.
yeah,
That
some,
could have been so funny.
like that was honestly the night where there was so much content
Yeah.
that they could have had.
Just make you play Ring of Fire or something.
Yeah,
That'd been so
oh,
funny.
just something. Yeah, true. Yeah, I wish they did show it.
Yeah.
We had all the YouTube songs on.
You get the.
Which one?
You try and get the footage for it.
Which one?
Husky.
What did we have? We had a lot of KSI. Lamborghini was on.
Oh, that guy.
That guy. Sorry.
Always
I
making his
brought
way
him
into our
up.
podcast.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
That guy again.
I noticed they tried to push KSI in that series.
Did
There's
they?
like there's as in they mentioned him a few times, like
Oh, okay.
where
yeah.
they said who has more monthly listeners,
Oh,
Craig David or
yeah,
KSI.
yeah.
Yeah,
And they asked me if the fight had been announced with Logan Paul. Not Logan Paul.
the fake
Jake
news
Paul,
story.
yeah.
They said, oh yeah, JJV Jake Paul's announced.
I was like,
Did you believe it?
no, I said no. Yeah, because why would they announce it now in
Yeah.
middle of Corona? Like
Yeah. True.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
silly.
Obviously.
I just saw like a
Couldn't
few
get past
times where
me.
they were just
dropping him in.
how can we just
Sounds like
go
my
with
channel.
them? Yeah,
Fair enough. Got a grand.
yeah.
They
No,
did.
I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it. I'm just saying like
Oh,
it was
yeah.
just quite funny seeing how
Yeah.
they.
yeah.
I mean,
Can
yeah.
we just get KSI? in
How
there?
how could we get him in? Yeah, no, it was funny that.
Well, how do you get him in? You got to pay him a couple million for
Yeah.
to get him into the.
Oh my god, that's the
So
thing.
would you do it again? Is the question.
I would, but it would have to be in a couple months.
Need time to rest.
Yeah, like you,
Context.
you genuinely feel like you're not going to leave. Like I was sat outside every day, and there was planes because it was right by an airport.
Oh my god.
Going over, and I was like, I know the order of these planes because you were sitting there every day watching. I was like,
that one's
easy jet.
Terrence is the
Yeah.
pilot.
There's a private jet coming
I
out.
thought you were gonna say something like out of a movie, like a Disney movie, where like every night I'm gonna sit outside
I
and I'll look
know.
at the plane and I just wish.
I
was
wish
on
I
one.
was on. Do you know what was hard though? Is that there was a field there with like it would just look
You want
like
just to
you
run
just
it?
want to run it and right. And Nadine was like, "I'm gonna run it."
As soon as you do, you just get all the staff running off. We've got a runner.
Again, I think that's.
Take her down.
I think I would have done that.
What a
I
runner?
was on there, I would have just left.
Yeah,
Is it in the contract? Like, can you not do that?
you can't. No, you're not alled to.
What happens if you do? You don't get paid.
Just,
I think you'd have to
imagine,
show
no.
some. You'd have to have a proper reason to leave.
Yeah,
No, but you wouldn't know. What I'm saying is, like, imagine you just belted, you just left, like you ran, and you're just not on it.
That's the thing.
That's the thing.
Honestly, that would be content for an
Yeah,
episode.
they
would
get
be
loads
so
of views for
funny.
it.
Becky's legged it. Imagine.
And then
Just off
obviously,
the
like, yeah,
field.
you wouldn't get your phone back, maybe. But before you would, they can't keep your phone. It's theft.
Well, yeah, they would give you it back. I mean, they
Yeah, but
wouldn't.
you would have to come back for it.
They
probably
wouldn't
when
pay you
leave
for the
it
series or
awkward.
anything like that.
Probably worth it. I don't know how much got paid.
Be
I won't
so
ask you, but I mean, like, could have, like,
How much do you get paid? No.
Well,
imagine,
enough. No, I'm joking.
Like, I'm like, imagine one day I'm like, oh, guys, I'm gone.
I'm
Was the
gone.
door locked?
They locked it, yeah, in the nights. They actually did lock it, which
Oh,
But not
yeah,
in the day.
nights.
we had a guy
The
called
daytime.
Uncle.
So you
Yeah.
could have just left. Did you not think like
we
I could just leave right now?
we can leave, but there were so many people that you just couldn't really leave.
Did you ever go out the front door?
No, so the minute we walked in, that was closed and we couldn't leave. Yeah, that was locked.
Mad.
Mad. It actually sounds crazy when you think
It
about
does
it.
sound crazy, but I guess content.
But what-
Everyone understands it's content. It's not prison, right?
No, of course not.
Yeah,
Like, and they
and
looked
they
after
still-
us. They
yeah.
did. Like,
Yeah, imagine
You
when
had
you do get
Domino's
arrested.
twice. You had Domino's
Did
twice.
you?
I had Domino's
Not Papa
twice.
John's. Did you have a choice?
No, God.
Prison. It's prison.
It's
Prison. I didn't even get to choose the pizza. I
Imagine
just
if like,
turned
you
up.
did get arrested, but like instead of like getting arrested, they like present it in terms of like, oh, it's a TV show, and actually
That would
you're in
actually be
jail.
quite
Well,
good.
like pranked you.
Not pranked you, but like they don't want to break it to you because you're not doing something that bad.
What?
You
like-
think stuff like this in there. You think, have we been sent here for a reason?
Yeah, they're like,
you know what I mean?
am I in jail?
Yeah.
It's just
Oh
an
my
idea that I've had.
God.
What
Chaos.
would you say? I imagine they won't invite people back. They'll want to do a new
Yeah.
group of people.
It's going to be weird seeing that though.
Yeah, you're like,
You're like, oh,
I started
fuck.
this.
Yeah,
Oh, season one.
yeah. Originator.
Come on.
That's it.
What
You
would
were yeah, season 1.
What would you change
Oh,
for,
what would
for
I
next
change?
time? What would you make the other people suffer with?
Oh, you've got to make. It's just. Do you know what? It got to the point. This is going to sound really like morbid, but we wanted to do like challenges because we got.
Disgusting ones.
It was so long. Like it was just days of sitting around with nothing, and
Well,
suddenly
yeah,
the ding.
yeah.
Then we were like, make me eat something awful. Like make me do something. I'm down.
Let me live.
That's what I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Like,
So
because you obviously can't listen to music because it's copyrighted. So
don't. They literally played for about 30 seconds a Travis Scott song, like
everyone got gas.
about 8 days in, and we all were like.
That's so funny.
We were like, what the fuck is that?
It's really
And
interesting.
then we were like, oh my, yeah. It was
Mental.
weird. Yeah.
So was it boring?
Yeah. It was like, it got to the point where we were like pacing. Like I would do this thing where I'd walk downstairs, go around the kitchen, look in the fridge, close the fridge,
Yeah.
like a sim, you know?
Yeah, like a routine.
Yeah.
Because
For
obviously
us,
we
they don't give you like a off time, if you know what I mean.
Nothing
Like,
at
you're
all.
allowed,
No.
You know,
Should
like
give
a
you
leisure
yeah,
time
they should
where
give you like FIFA, like not
Oh my
online.
God.
But just
the
FIFA.
issue is that's not
Imagine.
content.
Yeah, there's
and that's
nothing.
where-
What is pacing around and looking at a fridge?
But that
stuff
that
happens,
makes your
doesn't it?
mind go a bit like that escalates your mind in there.
I reckon if like two people in there were playing FIFA, that is content.
I think they could
Mm.
have quite easily gone, okay, we're going to give you, FIFA with a TV or this, etc.
Yeah.
But it's only going to work for these hours. An
Yeah, or
hour,
like
2
someone
hours a day. That's
probably
it.
be something like someone's got to be on the exercise bike to run the FIFA
So-
kind of thing.
yeah.
It's going to be something like that.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that was.
'Cause that's a bit of leisure time, but also could be content. Because
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
never know. You could have had Jordan and E-Man just go like, I bet you this.
Mm.
Yeah,
And then they'll do a
exactly. Yeah, and they were talking about that the whole time. They're like, when we get out, we're going to bet each other on FIFA. But
Yeah.
yeah, I like you said, it's probably just not for content, innit?
I guess, yeah.
But like we
Licensing
played
as well.
lots of stuff. Like Joel brought Monopoly, and we had that
Brought it.
fucking brought Monopoly
In his
Yeah,
bag.
You all get
in
to
his bag.
you all got to bring a few things, right?
Yeah, but I just brought like they literally said bring underwear and a toothbrush. I was like, all right.
Could
So
I
I
have brought like booster boxes?
What's
Probably.
that?
Pokemon packs.
Ah.
E-Man brought a small football.
Yeah, we play football all the time, like
Imagine if
24/7.
bring like 12 cases.
They're like, time for content. No. I'm
No, hang on. Yeah.
hang on a sec.
Yeah, you could have brought them. Do you know what I wish I brought?
One,
And
pack, one pack a day.
one pack a day. God, it sounds like
Oh,
like a
imagine-
heavy smoker.
I'd have made a custom advent calendar of
Yeah.
14 days.
Yeah. And then-
See,
and
I
then-
think about so many things I could have brought.
Okay, sorry, Tim, you were going to say something there.
No, go for it.
Do you think you could have smuggled in a phone like contraband or any
Yeah,
contraband?
you could have definitely stuck one in,
I would have done this.
but they would have probably. You'd have to be so sneaky. You'd have to be like,
There's no cameras in the toilets, right?
yeah.
One toilet.
There's
was.
cameras in the
One
toilet.
toilet. They didn't have one in there.
Yeah, so like literally, take a phone in your bag, right? Put it in your sock, go for a pee.
Yeah.
You know, in the ceiling, there's always one of them like loose block. Put it in.
No, because there's cameras
Sounds like
there.
prison.
Well, yeah, you'd have to get in there.
The only
ceiling.
thing is, people like even if you were when we were trying to like whisper, we'd put our mics like this and whisper, and then they'd go, Becky, please stop whispering about this to this
Would
person.
they?
Would straight away talk, and I'd be like, oh my god, it's embarrassing. Then I remember I was whispering about something to do with Mike, and they were
Mike's-
like, Becky, please
Mike's a
stop
bitch.
whispering about Mike.
Oh my god.
yeah, and it
When
came
they
over
announce
the
it to
whole house, and I was like, oh yeah. So
Oh, no.
someone
Just
would
kidding,
say,
Mike.
yeah, someone would say something, but about the phone.
That's great. Honestly, it sounds great.
It was. I'm glad I did it, but it was hard. Like it sounds great.
No, but it sounds like it's just like a crazy experience. Like imagine like
Yeah.
it's something like cool, right? Like,
Yeah,
you've had
definitely.
that experience. They portrayed the show, and the whole point of it was like, can you live without social media, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of like the thing. Can you?
Yeah. Do you know what to the point now where I don't really use my phone as much anyway, which is so good. And it made me think like, why am I checking all these comments all the time? Because they'd show us that was hard. They'd show us like a hate comment, then you have to go to bed thinking
yeah.
the whole of the UK
I always
hates
thought that
you.
was really mean because they'd show
Yeah.
some people nice comments, but some people hate comments.
Yeah, that was hard. So I was like,
of
why
that
am I
episode
focused on
of
that?
their show?
Of their show?
Yikes!
Yeah, I only got did I get a bad one?
What was it?
Yeah, I got one that said Becky's so cringy, and I was like,
alright.
that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess that's
I get that on every
That's a
video.
compliment.
I was like,
That's a
tell
compliment
me,
to
Not Becky's so cringe. I don't get Becky's so cringe. It'd be a really weird comment on my videos.
Yeah.
tell me something I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cringe is fine because it depends on it and what your sense of humor is.
of course.
really.
Yeah,
Whereas,
most people
like,
took it fine.
It's like Becky's a bitch is a bit more worse one.
Yeah,
No, it'd have to be like personal, I think.
it'd have to be like. I don't know what you could say. I think it's something like I don't like her personality would be a bit like,
yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
that's
Then-
deep.
Or-
That's
Well,
what's on
I-
your mind then.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can remember Eleanor had one that said she was boring, and that really like, she
something
boring.
like that.
yeah, no, she said to me like the worst one would be boring, and then obviously when she saw that, because they heard her, I think, talking about that.
They planted that.
Yeah.
You cruel people.
And as soon as I saw it, I was like,
Oh,
don't do
that's a
that.
bad one.
Yeah. that
The
was bad.
next step for me for that would be the same series, but you live in a house with no electricity.
Yeah. Okay, I'm with you on that.
Because I think YouTubers can deal with no social media, like it's hard.
Yeah.
But imagine not having electricity.
How far would you go there? And like no lights.
Candles.
Yeah.
We're
But
not-
then how would they film? Oh, I mean,
They
They're allowed. They're like with the old cameras. Oh,
They're like,
this
"Yeah,
is a bad idea, man.
whose idea was this? Get us
We'll
back to
have
that
the
barn.
footage in 6 to 8 weeks. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Oh my
It's
God.
just a guy just illustrating it all.
Do you know what? The one thing we didn't have was a microwave, and that was a struggle. So imagine people without
yeah.
electricity would be
Yeah, my first house had no microwave.
really.
Like 2 years. But the oven, what you realize is when you've got no microwave, oven is fine.
Yeah.
For everything.
You are.
It's
It's like a
better.
microwave setting on there or something.
Yeah,
isn't
just
it? Yeah.
wait a little bit longer, and it tastes better. Everything's better. Everything's better in the oven rather than the microwave.
Sponsored by ovens.
Yeah, I mean, if you got anyone out there who wants to sponsor this podcast with ovens, let us know.